One common question I get asked is, Ayman, why did you switch from mainly focusing on short form content to offering YouTube videos, also known as long form content, at your content agency? So in this video, I'm going to answer that question. I made the switch in March 2023, which is about 3.5 months after I started my content agency. And also, I want to mention, I still sell short form content. It's just YouTube is the main service I'm promoting, and then short form is more of an upsell, and we keep it pretty limited. I'll talk more about that in a second. But first things first, client results. So we had no issue getting views for clients or making great videos. That's what this is meant to say. But in order to convert the traffic into cash, we would have needed to introduce setters, ManyChat, IG story management, and a lot of other components. Like the reels alone aren't enough. Now, for clients who already had a sales team or who already had the Instagram process dialed in and they just needed the content piece, it was good. Like we were getting client results, stuff like that. But whenever we would plug into someone's Instagram where they don't have any previous systems or setters or anything like that, the views just wouldn't convert into money. So naturally people would churn because they just see this retainer leaving their bank account every month, no money coming in. So they would leave. So that was one reason. On the YouTube side, though, on the other hand, I was getting better monetary results for YouTube clients. And my first big case study was with a client where we were doing YouTube and short form for, but YouTube is where all the money was pretty much coming from. YouTube can get views and convert people. So we never needed to implement setters. Now, I know you're probably thinking, Eamon, why didn't you just start offering the setters and the mini chat management and the IG stories and stuff like that? I always just try and keep business as simple as possible. I don't want to overcomplicate it and then add setters because now you have to manage a setter. And if anybody's ever managed a setter before, you know that's a lot of work. And overall, I didn't want to turn the business into like a full service. Hey, we do the content and the conversions. Like I just like focusing on the content thing, which is what I'm good at. We're good at conversion as well, of course, but it's just then I have to build a whole team for that and stuff like that, and it's gonna eat up the margin, etc. I just like keeping business simple. With the content, it's like, okay, we do the content research, we come up with the idea, we script the video, and then they record and we edit it, and then we make the thumbnail. If it's a YouTube video for short form, we don't even do thumbnails, and then we'd post it for them. So it's just a conveyor belt, as you can see. But as soon as you're adding all these other things, it's just going to bounce back and forth and be very complicated. It's not the type of business I wanted to run. The next reason was content volume. So the thing with short form is like if you sign a client for like, usually you're doing 30 shorts a month or 20 shorts or even sometimes 60 shorts a month, which is what we're doing. We used to get people on 60 shorts a month for like 2 grand a month. It's so many individual pieces of content to manage, ideate, script, quality check, make sure the editing is good, posting, all that. It's so much work. Like I used to just dread around like March 2023. I would just like wake up and I was like so tired and I had to stay up till 4 a.m. because I was just procrastinating like scheduling the videos for clients or doing certain things. It was very difficult mentally to manage this many content pieces. Of course, knowing what I know now in this new system, which I'll talk about in a bit, it would have been a lot easier. But overall, starting out, it was a lot of work. At the time in March, I was making 15 grand a month when I made the switch. With YouTube, we're usually only doing 4 videos a month, maximum 8 videos a month. It's a lot easier to manage. Like instead of quality checking like 30 individual videos, like we're just checking 4 videos, and it's just less items to project manage basically. In terms of the margins were lower at the start of like by at the start I mean back in March 2023 when I was offering short form, and it's because I didn't have the authority or the social proof to really charge enough to where the margins make sense. So now with our current short form pricing, the margins make sense, but back in the day when I started out, I was really struggling because as a beginner, like I didn't know how to position myself and stuff like that. So I was getting compared to video editors even though I wasn't an editor, and it was just it was causing me to undercut myself a lot. With the YouTube agency at scale, 60% net margin before taxes. Quality checking process. Okay, if any of you guys have ever worked with a short form editor, you know what I'm talking about. There's so many spelling mistakes and rounds of revisions. It's the most annoying thing ever, and I hated it. Like at the time I was doing all the quality checking myself, and oh my God, I hated it. I was even doing the quality checking up until like 45, 60 grand a month. It sucked. Even at one point we had a client paying us 8 grand a month for like just purely short form. And I just dreaded the quality checking so much because like the thing with short form is like naturally the editors just try and pump out the video as quickly as possible, even if you pay them more, whatever, because they're just thinking like, okay, I'm going to do more reels, make more money. And then they just keep overlooking these simple mistakes. And it's really annoying. Like if any of you guys, I know you guys know what I'm talking about if you've done short form before. And then for YouTube though, the quality checking process is a lot more manageable, and long form editors generally make less mistakes than short form. The thing with a 10-minute video is like there's not captions on the whole thing, so automatically like less spelling mistakes. And it's just easier because the editor learns quicker because like they're editing these 10-minute videos. It kind of sounds like I'm rambling and I can't really properly explain it, but the long form editors are just better than short form. I know some of you guys in the comments are gonna be like, oh, skill issue, whatever, whatever. And it was a skill issue at the time. You know, I was making 15K a month. I like just turned 18. I didn't really know what I was doing. But the pivot towards YouTube content is what led me to hitting like 30 grand a month later. And then I hit like 62K a month by September 2023, and then 94.5K a month by February 2024. And then December 2024, we hit 132K a month. So the pivot helped me out a lot because it also just gave me like the new creative juices I needed to push the business back upwards. But I was struggling before. I was like, I hated the business. Like it was an annoying business. Like we were doing 360 shorts a month in our prime and I hated it. But now like we only do like, I think 90 shorts a month or something like that, plus ad creatives. It's a lot more manageable. We still offer short form, as I just said, but we keep it very exclusive. Like we always have less than 5 clients at a time on short form at the moment. Like right now we have 3, 4 if you include myself, because I practice what I preach and post my own content, as you guys all should. So there's demand for it. So I'm not gonna not sell it because I know how to fulfill it, but we just don't actively promote it. It's mainly inbound traffic, or if people ask me about it, I'm mainly promoting the YouTube service because it's what I'm the most confident in. It's what I like doing the most, and it's what we have the systems built for. But what we do a lot of though nowadays is ad creatives. So people hit us up, they'll be like, hey, I need 5 ad variations. It's gonna be 5 hooks, 1 body. And then we edit the body and then we mix it up with the hooks. That creates 5 ad creatives. And then boom, we sell the ad creative package. And we have people recurring on ad creatives as well. And it's higher margin and better than short form because also the clients are getting a really, really easily trackable ROI on their ad creatives. So then they just keep coming back for more and more creatives. Like we've had singular creatives make like multiple 6 figures for clients. I don't know if we've had any make 7 figures yet. I'd have to check in with some of the clients, but our ad creatives cook. And we're actively building a short form content project management system and automations to make things easier so we can start onboarding more clients for it. Because at the end of the day, all the struggles I said earlier is in fact a skill issue, but it's also like personal preference thing. So there's demand for short form and I'm turning down deals, and I don't want to turn down deals I know we could fulfill on. So we're currently developing a new Airtable base along with some automations just to make it so that bringing on a ton of short form clients isn't going to destroy us back like it did in March 2023. One thing with people who join my program is I never switch anybody from like short form to long form or force people to sell YouTube services, whatever. Like if someone comes in and they're mainly doing ad creatives, cool, I'll help you scale that up. If someone comes in, they're doing really good on short form, they want to scale it up, cool, I'll help them with that. If someone wants to switch from short form to long form, cool, I'll help them with that as well. And even vice versa. So I never pigeonhole people into the YouTube offer. I just wanted to mention that because there's some people who have mentioned it to me a few times. Like they ask, hey, do I have to sell the YouTube service to be a good fit for the program? You don't. But yeah, I'm really happy with this pivot I made back in March 2023 because I probably would have already, I don't know if I want to say I would have quit the business if I didn't make this pivot, but I definitely wouldn't have enjoyed the business. I definitely would have plateaued and stayed at 15K a month for a long time. Actually, after March 2023, literally the month after, so April 2023, we dipped to like 10K for the month. And I was like, oh my God, the business is dying. And then it wasn't until the last week of May where I closed 2 painfuls plus a recurring client, all pretty much on the same day. It was like May 23rd or something like that. One of those clients is still with us today. So soon it'll be the 2-month anniversary, if we want to call it that. But that like new chunk of income for like the YouTube offer, that just like sparked everything back into me. I went hard on outreach and then it just created this upward spiral. If you guys are kind of tired of, the short form business, or maybe you're tired of long form, you want to switch to short form, whatever it is, it might be a good decision to switch because at the end of the day, it's not like you're switching from like Facebook ads for ecom brands to like freaking email marketing for info product guys. It's still video content at the end of the day and they're very similar. The editors can do both. You just have to switch up a few things, learn a couple things, but it's content marketing at the end of the day. It's not shiny object syndrome. That's everything for this video. This one was a quick one, but this is a common question, so I want to answer it. As always, free group linked in the description, and also just click the video on screen, and that's it. Peace out.